deny TBI contracting payment application number 2 for the for the El Ramos Central Park Phase 1, Contract 1. This payment application amounts to $14,094. I'd like to make a motion to approve TBI Contracting Inc. payment app number 2 for the El Ramos Park Phase 1, Contract 1 for $14,094.
I'll second the motion for payment application number 2 for TBI Contracting.
There are motions, Lawson second. Any deliberation? Roll call, please.
Ms. Dare?
Yes.
Mr. Eskin?
Yes.
Mr. Trax?
Yes.
Mr. Free?
Yes.
Mr. Lawson?
Yes.
Item 10, approve deny plat check construction payment application number 1 for Veterans Memorial Park. This payment app amounts to $101,430.
I'll make a motion to approve Pavlicek application 1 for $101,430.
I'll second that motion for plot check construction payment, application 1 for $101,400.
Motion by Lawson, second by Eskin. Is there any deliberation?
Yes. I'd like to have the floor for a minute. Sean, the neighbor was kind enough to give us right away to make that ball field bigger.
That's correct.
I approved the application 1. The Pavlicek is short on seeding. He needs to seed the neighbor's property, make it look better. Put the Excelsior blanket down. Also, the parking lot is a sea of mud. I imagine we're going to rent the pavilion not the field, or are we not going to rent the pavilion? If we rent the pavilion, we should clean the parking lot up. If not, disregard that. And I'd like to know why he's not working on the dugouts. He's behind schedule. There's no reason he can't be doing dugouts. You guys need to push him. That was my only comment for that.
Yeah, I'll provide a further update. There's a discussion item about the parks, so.
Thank you.
I can talk a little bit on their schedule and that.
Okay. So where are we at? Do we need to?
Roll call. I made the motion.
Okay. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Eskin?
Yes.
Mr. Trax?
Yes.
Ms. Dare?
Yes.
Mr. Free?
Yes.
Mr. Lawson?
Yes.
Item 11, discuss 10-mile pavings request per letter dated March 28th from Lawrence Mayelu, General Counsel for 10-mile paving. Is there anybody here in the room from representing 10-mile paving? Okay, yes, sir. Yes,
Travis,
please.
when you go to the podium, just give your name and address for Colby.
So dirty, but I had to work today.
That's fine.
It was a hell of a day. I'm Travis Richmond. I'm the owner of 10 Mile Paving. My address is, you want 10 Mile's address?
Yeah.
That's 100 Commercial Drive, Washington, PA. So, yeah, we sent a letter basically requesting I'd like to see the maintenance bond waived. This is a very unusual circumstance that I imagine nobody's ever seen in their lifetime, but I lived it. So I can't see making me spend money for basically 8 months, if even that at this point. There's no failures that I know of. I think I've asked Sean to kind of verify that. Sean, would you like to vouch for that?
Yeah, I can vouch. There's no current failures on the road that's attributed to the construction of what 10 Mile performed.
So basically, after the winter we've had and the amount of time it's already has passed, I feel very confident there's going to be no issues with this. Why incur costs for me? The project was delayed beyond belief. I had to pave outside of windows I was comfortable with, had to file extensions with PennDOT. All these costs, we could go on for days. It's one of those, if you think that's good enough, I'm good with it. We don't need to discuss it any further. But that would make me happy, and I think that's the right thing to do, in my opinion.
Travis, do you have, and this might be overstepping on the question, but do you have a dollar amount that got you off track?
It's a lot. It's a lot.
I strongly recommend given Cardappas Road disaster, the fact that his firm was named in the federal lawsuit, and a lot of delay, a lot of expense, a lot of costs on their part, and it is something you have the power to do. The delays and everything that happened was not the fault of FEMA.
I'd like to make a motion to, well, I'm jumping ahead here. Anybody have any questions for Travis?
Not for Travis, I'm in agreement with Gary, but I think Harshman should write a letter backing us up and approve it on condition that he's put an eyeball on the road and it's okay. That's what I mean.
And the 10 Mile will agree to correct any problems that occur because of the maintenance one.
Make that on
It'd be the
condition.
same difference, yeah.
Are we, I mean, it's on here, can I make a motion on this item, or?
Well, we need to say what the letter says. It's a request that
We
the
have the
maintenance
letter.
bond be waived. Right, Sean?
That's correct. I think there's two requests in it. One is, the first one is, the date of the maintenance bond period, seeing if the board agrees with, 10 Miles date, I believe it was November 2020. Then the second request was just waiving it. So I think that second request is really.
The second
what the
takes
letter
care of
is.
the first,
Right.
basically.
Yeah, I guess that's a question for you, Gary, as far as protocol. Does there need to be some sort of agenda item for the waiving, and then,
No, if his letter asks for the waiver, I just want to make sure that the motion specifically says what the letter requests referred to.
okay, the way this is on the agenda, basically, it's, item 11 's discussing his waiver, and then item 12 is just approving, denying the payment application that's been held up as we've been asking them for maintenance bond.
Okay, it's showing up under action item as a discussion item.
So the question is, Gary, can we move to make this, can we move to make this, an action item based on being able to pay him, because we've been holding this up?
Yes.
Okay, so,
It's been in the agenda and commented on, and the public has had the opportunity to review this meeting.
okay, I'd like to make a motion then, to grant the request from 10 Mile Paving to waive the maintenance bond based on Harshman's letter dated November of 2022. Is it
On-
2022?
Yeah, it's March 28, 2022, on condition that 10 Mile will correct any failures or defects that may occur.
Based on the letter of March 2022, based on the fact that 10 Mile will correct any deficiencies. That's a motion? Thank you.
Thank you
I'll
very much.
second that motion.
Okay, Dare motion, Boston second. Any deliberation?
Does the motion, Mr. Smith, does the motion need to say, that he would fix just until the 8 months? Just to protect him?
Yeah,
He really
that's-
is only obligated for 8 months yet?
No.
What this letter says?
We're looking to waive altogether.
Yeah, but he was saying that in condition too, that he would cover any damages. or
Yeah, they're
anything
going,
that's done.
Harshman's gonna review the work
But if-
one last time,
oh.
and if there's a deficiency found, we will repair it.
Okay, so
And then
that's
that's
just
the
an
end
immediate
of-
deficiency.
Then that will be
Okay.
the end of the whole
Good,
thing.
just clarifying.
Okay, any other deliberation? Roll call?
Ms. Dare?
Yes.
Mr. Trax?
Yes.
Mr. Tree?
Yes.
Mr. Lawson?
Yes.
Mr. Eskin?
Yes.
Item 12,